It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary.
From wherever you are watching from, please share this broadcast, okay? Like the video, and then sit back, relax, okay? While we get started.
Àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Godfatherism.
Make sure that everything is perfect. You tell me as you as you are joining, please.
Farabalẹ̀ ṣe o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ẹ kú àmójúbà Koolu.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
I'm gonna say it. Koolu returned back to Nigeria today from Paris to London, then meeting with Bokwari, now back to Nigeria. Abi, we'll start from there.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa ayé ìṣúra jù aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò ayé ìṣúra jù òwúrọ̀ olóṣèlú ayé ìṣúra jù.
Also tonight, you should join me in checking on INEC website where the result of Nigeria's 2023 presidential election was meant to be. They have disabled it. They have started changing the results. And this is the week they are expected to come and defend the victory they announced for APC.
ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Thank you. And good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun, and it is live. The rider for this broadcast is the return of Tifnumbu back to Nigeria. BLLB. It is a title, and it is a Yoruba title. Boshe Lo, Loshebo. But we'll get to that part. The return of a Koolu to Nigeria is like, you can call it, right? The return of the Shegey that you have been kind of dealing with, even when he's abroad. Put it this way. Subsidy removal is what is kind of making the major news, you will say, today. But as the subsidy is removed, no plan, no other arrangement, whatever would they work, whatever would be the, the aftermath of that, they never had a plan for you. I said that. So, there are other things in your lives, everyday lives, that are also have to respond to the removal of this subsidy. You are dealing with, maybe I should actually explain this to you to make you understand where we are going. In case all of you think you are dealing with the same APC, Egbekegbe, the jihadist faction of Bokwari, you will be making a grave mistake, a very dangerous one, because you are dealing with those who, the kind of adjective to describe them are so gory, scary, but I'll try, make it simple. They are like kind of cold-hearted people, right? Who feel much powerful when they see load and lot of people in excruciating pain, things that is like a discomfort, where they can then turn around and be like, okay, let's give you a succor a little bit. Kind of, the narcissistic type who deliberately punishes you only just to see how it feels like, to see, what pain feels like to watch you suffer, right? And then while you are suffering, they will be telling you that you are in fact thankful to them for at least managing your suffering. That kind of, They have a word for it, so I don't know why that disappeared, but don't worry, I'll tell you. It is like when they say slaves, when man make man slave, and at the end of the day, the slave ended up having to love his own oppressor in a way that if the oppressor, if the slave is in pain, he doesn't see the oppressor as the cause. He blames himself that he must have done something wrong for him to have been subjected to that kind of suffering. Maybe if he suffers a bit and this slave master sees the level of that suffering, he may reward him. And at the end of the day, all his suffering will disappear. So the more hardship they are ready to endure, the more hopeful they feel like their oppressor will be generous to them. They have a word, they have a name for it. Some call it, they call it a Stockholm syndrome, but anyway, you shall get what I mean. You see this APC, they will be dealing with you. You will be going through hell. And they will be turning around and be patting themselves on the back to say you are so grateful to them, that because it would have been so worse for you if not for them. When you talk about propaganda, that will make you start thinking that, are you actually the one who has a problem? Finding it difficult to explain what you are going through. That kind of a thing. You get so confused. Okay, don't worry. You will begin to understand that now for the last 28 or 27 days, okay, the last 4 weeks, that they have made decisions, policy decisions that affect lives and livelihoods. They didn't think about the consequences of this at all, but they announced it anyway. Now, you see, as the effect of that is now taking shape, guess what they are doing? They are saying that you have been so grateful, Nigerians. You've never had it so good. That just 3 weeks of Tifnumbu, a lot of you are beginning to believe that Nigeria will work. A lot of you believe that the success of Tifnumbu in the last 3 weeks, what are these successes? Let's talk man to man now, people to people now, without you having to wear that your tribal, ethnic, religious, as well as the badge of a disgrace called the badge of shame called that of a APC. Put that aside. Let's just talk about real life now. Okay? Since they made the announcement of a removal of subsidy, and no other announcement is made after that, and a lot of you have been living through that. Remember, you were trying to survive the crunching economic destruction of the change of Naira, Abi, and the scarcity of same. You are still coming out of that. They launched the subsidy removal. They said, it is just little sacrifices you make. Now, that little sacrifices, how much of that has changed your life in the last 3 weeks? For good or for what? But they are telling themselves that they have done so well that a lot of you today, you are so grateful. Of course, go on social media. It seems that they are fine. But I have a promise for you, okay? Your case with Tifnumbu is going to be like the case of a young man who went to the farm with his father, right? As they were walking on the farm, the young man screamed, Baba, Baba, I have found a snail. Ah, lucky you. This is not even the season for snails, but fine. If you found snail, keep it. We'll use it to sort of praise your creator. Some, sacrifice it to your creator, kind of. Then not long after that, the young man screamed again, Baba, I have found another bigger snail. Ah, today must be, your creator must be really, really behind you. You know what? keep it. We will use it to praise as a sacrifice to say thanks to your creator. On and on, he kept screaming. He found a snail, something good. So when they got home, after the day's work, his father called him and said, "Come here, young man, bring out all the snails you found today. Let's use the biggest one so that I can use that to pray for you and thank your creator." As tradition would kind of say, okay, my papa will bless me. And the young man turned around and he said, I was just joking, I was only playing, And his father turned around and he said, "Oh, no." He said, "You were playing?" He said, "Yeah, just to deceive you, to make you think I saw snail." I said, No, you aren't deceiving me. You are not deceiving me. You are deceiving that your exact creator. So if you think you are lying to me, no, you are not. You are lying to yourself. And indeed, you are lying to your exact God, your chi. So the case of APC, Egbekegbe, is very similar. People are suffering. People are going through a lot. But on social media, you will still see the army of these same people tearing themselves apart, fighting over the criminals whose policies keep pushing them into debt. Now, when you talk to them, for example, not that they have added any improvement into the economy, nothing. Not that they have started taking any step to actually improve that same, nothing. Just word of mouth, as well as actions without any follow-up. But the consequences of all these actions, these same victims, today, when you see them on social media, they will tell you things have gone bad and they are willing to sacrifice 8 years of Bokwari. It was the same lie. They watched Bokwari deplete and depleted the Commonwealth of Nigeria, depleted everything that could have stand the test of time for generation unborn. And he left one thing, or many things. He left a country divided, a country terrorized, and a country bankrupted in debt that generations will have to kind of, I don't know how they come back. I mean, they will come back from that. But for these 8 years, there were those who were going through that same hell in Nigeria. Their businesses were folding up. They were losing their relationship. They were losing everything that made them actually humans. But guess what? Out of not wanting to admit to the error they have brought upon themselves and others, they stood on until these rogues came again. Here I am today, telling you that if you think talking about these criminals is because somebody hates them, they've got nothing to offer. I mean, talk to people. I'm talking about hardworking people. People who understand the meaning of hard work, okay? People who understand the meaning of, citizenship responsibility. The people who understand the meaning of creating wealth and preserving that same wealth. People who actually worked for all they have, they will never fancy any of the rogues that you call leaders in Nigeria. Talk less of even wanting what they have. You don't want to have what they have, because if you know what they have and how they have, and those who have actually, the people they have to sacrifice to have what they have, if you are legit, nothing they have will attract you. Not all the titles they give themselves, not all the corruption and the wealth they flaunt about, because you know that if things were done right, the people that are the victims of all these corruptions and all this madness and policies, right? If things were done right, it would have been the other way around. You would have seen the lives, improved lives of the people, and say, well, they are the beneficiaries, but they are not, right? So they've made policies that the ripple effect will affect just everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from. They haven't shown any sign other than all talk. Tifnubu went to France. I keep saying this. Number one, a lot of people will say it is even a disgrace that African leaders jumped on planes and they traveled to Europe to go and meet their former colonial masters, to go and discuss their own financial, economic, and what have you rights with them. It is demeaning. But even if you have to do that, should you not even do it smartly in the interest of your country? What would you have done different if you are the president of Nigeria, a country divided in crisis, the poverty capital of the world? Would you still continue to borrow money that you will appoint ministers, politicians who are now bribing? You won't believe this. People are paying as much as 500 million naira bribe to become ministers under Tifnumbu. So in the coming days and weeks, news, report that you're going to be hearing are going to be along this line. These are people who are coming to save the poor country, impoverished country. Are you with me? Then you are going to a place where they want to talk about money. Okay? So your plan is to choose political appointees, vuvuzelas, and photographers. And you left the economy, the country, where they actually, I've told you this. There is no other, there is no people who hate Nigeria more than your leaders or your political criminal leaders. They are the people who hate Nigeria more. They are not interested in anything Nigeria. Their medical treatment is abroad. Their children education is abroad. When they want to invest their loot, they buy properties abroad. Yeah? So everything they want is from abroad. When they want to enjoy the luxury of being your leaders, they need the money, abroad money, which is the forex. So they mount pressure on the money that should have been running your economy for those who are actually maximizing profits, benefiting and paying taxes into the economy. No, these criminals, they annex the government purse as their family purse. You know that. Yet, they have no real interest. And whenever they want to take anything from Nigeria, they take them fraudulently. Be it land, be it vehicles, be anything. They take them fraudulently. But yet, they will give you nothing back. Tell me about those who hate Nigeria more than them. Okay? You're in Nigeria, you have car manufacturing companies in Nigeria. Do you know that? In Nigeria, you're supposedly to have cement manufacturing companies in Nigeria. Iron manufacturing companies are in Nigeria. There are manufacturing companies in Nigeria that could give massive employment if they are indeed the target of growing Nigeria. But that's not their target. They will write all the nonsense paper. They will go and collect extra code, dollars, to fly abroad. They want to go and discuss Nigeria. They will leave all the Nigerian businesses in Nigeria. How do you create wealth? When you give the money to politicians who pay bribes to become appointed into political offices. How do you make that work if you actually care about everywhere poor? Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. But from day one, he hit the ground running, and since that time, you have been unable to breathe, unable to what? They are suffocating you, but they are saying you are so grateful for it. So he's making cars in Nigeria. With an expansion plan, the government of Nigeria could borrow money and give it to car manufacturing plants in Nigeria and mandate all of the government agencies and buildings or whatever, business in Nigeria, to patronize those locally made vehicles. By so doing, you could put an end to importation of cars and leave that to those who want to import exotic cars from abroad. If you want exotic car from abroad, you must be able to pay the duty that actually that covers that luxury life you want, pay for it. Create jobs locally. By so doing, when he keeps expanding, he keeps creating jobs. As he's creating jobs, more people will keep paying taxes. Legit, they'll get good jobs, right? and they'll be paying taxes. The business entirely will be expanding enough that will be paying more taxes to the same government. The money they borrowed, or the money you borrowed in their name and you gave to them, they will pay that back. And for decades to come, they will keep expanding, and they will be having what they call made Nigerian cars, like you have Toyota, like you have Mercedes-Benz from Germany, like you have Renault from UK, like you have all this from everywhere. But they are not interested in that. You know what I mean? Go into all of this, and when you want to go abroad and say you want to go and discuss financial stuff, you are a political party. Governments have no business in business. What you will do is just to be the guarantor for them. No be so, but that's not what they did. Well, you know what happened in France, except what they came to tell you. He said he was going to do this, but he never told you himself, right? So then he went to London. So in London, he was there for just about 3 days, where he met Bokwari. Meanwhile, yesterday, when people were trying, this is the propaganda thing now, and I'm going to say this just for clarity, so that a lot of you don't get yourself kind of muddled up in this whole thing. There's some clarity you need to know here. As Tifnumbu's policy will further impoverish you, tax you to death, a lot of you will kind of manage to survive by corruption. A lot of you won't. Okay? As they are doing all of that, they will use propaganda to finish you and say the reason why you are complaining is because either you are corrupt or because you don't like Tifnumbu. That is why you are complaining. Not because you are actually a victim of their policy and things they are dishing out, okay? So you get to that. But on the other hand, Tifnumbu himself and his gang, they have a special package for Bokwari and Bokwari's people. So the propaganda is like a two-headed way. It's Hydra-headed. Hydra is like multi-headed, right? But it's a two-way that is clear. As all of you are groaning, screaming, and waiting that maybe Tifnumbu has something he's going to do, and suddenly everything will begin to reduce, everything will begin to calm down. As you are waiting on that, by December 2023, a lot of you today, you will become obedient to start with, okay? A lot of you begin to become obedient. You know why you're going to be that, His policies are going to touch you. So you begin to feel like, it's not like anything is going to change you. It's like we are just going to have to get used to it. So you see that jackpot thing is going to quadruple. You know, a lot of people jackpot under Bokwari. Every reason you can use to get out of Nigeria, it is going to triple and quadruple. Mark that. It's not because I want that to happen. No. The policy, at least, number one, I never want you to end up in that economy in Nigeria today. I never actually wish you to begin to pay 40% extra on your electricity, the one you don't even get. All right? So I personally don't think that they will cook a fraud called student loan that will eventually see a lot of you to drop out of school. Not because I want you to, but I know where this is going to lead to. But if you are not seeing it, and you are telling yourself that God may Tifnumbu this favor you, no problem. All right? Well, here is something you should know. His policy on this side, and then the jamboree of propaganda, whereby they will be releasing a lot of stuff from Bokwari's government that ordinarily they have been out in the public, but this time around they will back them with some other things to implicate them, arrest some of them to make you feel like at least I hear they don't arrest this one, arrest that one, to keep you entertained. Because you know why? There are already propaganda where Tifnumbu people, they are saying that Tifnumbu is the best president. That there are some things that Tifnumbu decisions he has taken in the last 4 weeks, that has changed Nigeria better than Bokwari. For example, Tifnumbu removed subsidy. There is no protest. There is no complaint. There is nothing. Tifnumbu is going to reverse the monetary policy of Bokwari, but they will blame it on Emefiole. So it's like gradually and gradually, the people who pretended that everything Bokwari was doing was in the interest of Nigeria, in order to make sure that they managed to clean Tifnumbu and remove Tifnumbu from Bokwari. So they are beginning to say, Bokwari did this, Bokwari failed to do that, Bokwari intentionally did that one, Bokwari did this and that. All this problem we are facing now Bokwari caused some. Tifnumbu is just trying to fix the problem. So Bokwari people self don't start to talk. They have started talking. Now, a lot of you can begin to give all this credit to Tifnumbu, but all of you should know something. Tifnumbu will never be president if not because of Bokwari. If not because Bokwari did something. And that's why Tifnumbu is president. That when Bokwari was removing subsidy on everything, that was Gabe Shehu. Gabe Shehu said, Bokwari removed subsidy on everything. Bokwari reformed NNPC, privatized it. Bokwari did this, you know what I mean? Like, all the fraud and corruption they did, though, according to Gabe Shehu, there are policies that, you know, put Nigeria on the right track. Can I ask you a question? If they say Nigeria is on the right track, is Nigeria on the right track right now? Is there anything that shows to you that Nigeria is on the right track to something good? In your own opinion, no. Don't lie. Oh. Now, if you say Nigeria is on the right track, well, again, to be clear, sometimes right track mean different things to different people. If you meet the Agbadomites, the Mekamite, and the rest of them, they will give you different, obedient and code. They will give you different meaning of right direction and wrong direction. But we all know say Nigeria, the air there for the rock. It's a matter of time. So Garbage Shehu is now spitting. Everything within just 3 weeks. All of them they try to talk, say Bokwari didn't do this, Bokwari that. Because the reason why he responded is because these are coming from the people from Tifnumbu's camp. Tifnumbu said, if you all hear what Emefiole did, you will consider that Emefiole acted as enemy of Nigeria and enemy of Nigerians. So in their statement, Garbage Shehu is saying all the policies they made, including the change of Naira and all this nonsense that happened, that Bokwari did them in the interest of making sure that Tifnumbu win the election. One thing that could have stopped Tifnumbu from not winning it would be if Bokwari removed subsidy. But do you all remember the scarcity you started facing before the election? Fuel scarcity, before Naira scarcity. Or have you forgotten? I know, a lot of you must have forgotten. A lot of things have happened after that, Abi. I know. The hardship was so hard, so much, that people started asking, how come APC Egbekegbe became so worried, so interested in the Naira scarcity and the fuel scarcity just a week to election? Something that people have been suffering from for months. Businesses have been folding up for months. But a week to election, they suddenly are interested. They took Bokwari to court, CBN to court. Bokwari is attending their campaign. They couldn't tell Bokwari that stop central bank from doing this. Bokwari said he gave the order to the central bank to do what they were doing. They didn't touch him. Now, Emefiole, the enemy number one. So it's just a matter of time before they will now go public. So the propaganda here is this. As they are using propaganda to tell you Liejirians that your life is getting better in that crunching, that crushing hardship they are bringing, and you begin to question yourself and say, is it only me? Am I the only one that is facing this? Abi? But it's everybody. See everybody out there. What is going on? I'm reading this in the every day. Tifnum will be talking about poor people. Poor people. But what they are doing is anti-poor people. No plan, no nothing. In real time, like, you see us, Abina, me, until everybody go run mad. It's a matter of time. Don't worry, don't rush. Now, small. People where they shout Sai Baba, you remember them? Sai Baba, Sai Baba. It didn't take them long before they started shouting Kai Baba, Kai Baba. It's going to be a matter of time. Don't worry. But again, if they have a chance of putting things, Saturday that is going to be better, we believe that you'll begin to see the sign from Friday, right? If you look at the policy of government, it's no longer policy of a man, a government. It will affect millions of lives. And if you don't have that plan for them, then if you say they are on their own, because those who will survive. Those who won't, they won't, Abi. Like they say in Yoruba, entoma kulomaku, entoma kulomaku. Like, government can't deal like that. In a country that is like that of the state that Nigeria is right now. Now, we have seen that that's exactly what they are doing. Okay? And the aftermath of that is going to get worse, Abi. Okay. So those who are shouting Sai Baba, who are now shouting Kai Baba, so their own propaganda will come in a different style, okay? Because they'll begin to feel like Tifnumbu will be blaming them for his own failure too, because they have already started setting the stage for that failure. So let's go to Nigeria, because Koolu has returned to Nigeria. There's some drama with it too. Might just give you the clip. 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 20 seconds, and all of that. Step by step, the return of Koolu to Nigeria. Because right from the 1st of July, ladies and gentlemen, if you own a car in Nigeria, you will pay 1,000 naira every year to prove that you are the owner of that car. They will give you a certificate. And it is called Proof of Ownership Certificate. It is 1,000 naira. Go and ask Lagosians how the system of Agbero got industrialized in a way that it has become today in Lagos. Now, gradual, Etiva Agbero is a president, you go pay everything. You go get to a stage, you go pay, say you dey breathe. Because a lot of people are not that lucky. And because say you dey breathe, that's why you dey breathe for free. That's why you dey misbehave. 300 naira for air pollution. They don't go call and say for breathing, they will call it for air pollution, air control. For air control, to control pollution. You know, say they know they control anything. You will pay 300 naira per year. If you want to, it's going to be part of government document. You will pay. But for now, they go start with 1,000 naira. You have one car, you have two cars, you have three cars. After paying the road tax, so paying the all those things they give you the ticket for, after paying all of that, you have to prove that you are the owner. And to prove that, you need a certificate, and it's going to cost 1,000 naira. But here is the return of Koolu back to Nigeria and to Lagos. Since the swearing in, since they swear for Koolu, this is the first time of returning to Lagos. So they were doing practical like that at the airport. That's just practice. So there's so many drama. Homecoming. Here is another one. People waiting. Títí boy tẹ́lẹ̀ ò mọ̀ rẹ o, tẹ́lẹ̀ ò mọ̀. Jagaban tẹ́lẹ̀ ò mọ̀ rẹ o. Okay, here is another one. This time around, Ashwebi included. Wọ́n ní lógo ẹgbẹ́ wọn. Aráyé òṣùṣù ọwọ́ ní lógo ẹgbẹ́ wọn. Wọ́n ò fi ìgbára wọn dà sí kòtò. Òṣùṣù ọwọ́ ní lógo ẹgbẹ́ wọn. Wọ́n ò fi ìgbára wọn dà sí kòtò. Òṣùṣù ọwọ́ ní lógo ẹgbẹ́ wọn. They never learned that time. Okay? The drama there everywhere. A call for show. The women. I mean, if you want things to go smoothly and indeed fun, organized, and somehow get the women involved, unfortunately, they are getting them involved in their own self-destruction. They don't see it all. Unfortunately, plane never landed that time. Moment after that, plane landed though, like this. See, once I'm up close, I'll show you. Step by step like that. I told you they are just like short clips, okay? But when you're watching this broadcast, like you are watching right now, yeah, they come together like a whole package, a whole content. So you love it. You enjoy it if you're watching it like replay as well. Immediately the airplane taxied and then stopped. They opened the door and Koolu walked out. bring anything, any shingbai benefit back. Oh, no shingbai benefit other than what they tell you. Say I met with, whenever they are in France, right? And they say they are talking about Nigeria to discuss how to make Nigeria better. Take a look at this picture. If you know people where they inside this picture, very well. Dubious Dapo, the Ogun State governor, Koolu and his Kango, the Shaguri brothers, Shaguri. Then you understand that, except something happen to save you from what is actually about to befall Nigeria. Omo, Ireo. For somebody who didn't bring Shingbain back, benefits back for them. You see the drama? Oh, you never see the drama. On the ground, those of us where they shout, those ones, they are also on ground in Lagos. Bokwari's vibes again, Remember Bokwari now? Empty barrel, empty shell, crook, a criminal. And all of this royal. They even, there is a band for Bokwari that they wear skirts. Kids like us, the kids like us here in Scotland. They will dress with their kit and all of that to play for Bokwari. Empty shello, korofo edo. Now so that they do all the... Is this one giving you the vibe? Small, Abi? Don't worry. Now so it be. Okay? Because, like I said, the drama never finished. Take a look. It's just drama. Even Ribadu, the newly appointed National Security Advisor to Koolu, he too, see, he get his own package. If you see his new office, if you see, himself, they be like president to go and welcome Koolu, Ribadu. What they want, that kind of the aura, the private presidential jet, all the security clearance and all of that thing. You won't believe that's the best way be the new NSA that should possibly be so busy enough that as we speak, over 200 people were killed in Plateau State within just about within 3 weeks of this Koolu. 3 weeks. But you see the flex, the power, and all of that, the media, and all of those lousy statements, all those empty talks. That's all they want. And once they get there, they will tell you how they are working so hard. They are working so hard to keep this country working. Some people are hell-bent in destroying this country, meanwhile there are those who are actually hell-bent in destroying Nigeria. That's what they do. Because if you want to destroy a country, destroy the people. And the country will be gone. See what they have done to Nigerians. Right. After the airport dramatics and all of that, things got to take a Koolu home. I don't know where they took him, or whether not Bodilon, or whether not the presidential, wherever in, what's it called that place again? Anyway, you will tell me. So he's now in his house in Bodilon. So let's talk about the real life now. That man and his role there, how it is affecting your life as we speak. See, na choice. So if you choose that, no, we should our life is working hard to make our life no wahala. But like I said, Tifnumbu said, you need to tax and widen the tax bracket or something. Whatever that even means. You will think somebody who claimed to be an accountant is not an accountant, by the way. It's all fake. All fake. But you think somebody who is an accountant, you know that people must have jobs before they pay tax. Businesses must make profits, or have potential of making profits before they pay more tax. And there must be some incentives that also go to those who pay those taxes so that they can they will be happy to even pay more if you have to increase it. Like, you know what I mean? An accountant or somebody who is an economist should know that. Me, I know be accountant or I know be economist too, but I just know that if you have 10 people, out of 10 people, if you have 8 people working and 2 people not working, you have a chance of walking around and getting those 8 people to pay their taxes regularly, as long as they are working. And if you want to earn more money, you have to make sure that the remaining 2, they find something to do too. You are a government. You don't, all you have to do is policies that actually put them at work. Whatever they are doing, yours as government is to take from them. That's what they do. Okay? To do your road, build your this or that, you pay taxes for them. We pay taxes for them, right? But you only pay taxes if you are working. That's the real tax that actually work for government. If people's purchasing power, for example, if you are working, you are able to decide to whether you want to take your family on a short vacation around Nigeria, you want to buy new dresses, you want to buy this or that, because you are working and you have that money. That's your purchasing power. The strength of that power, that purchasing power is determined by serious government. But because Nigeria have a failed criminals, chancers, freeloaders, they don't think like that. So they have 10 people. In a station, you have 10 people. You only have 2 people working out of 10 people. 8 are not working, which means you are losing money as a government. You are losing money. The 8 people that are not working can't pay real tax. Okay? They can't pay any tax per se, apart from VAT. Now, the job of that government is to increase that number, the 2 numbers, and increase them to what? As up to 10, so that more people. How do you do that? You give money to those who have businesses and are creating jobs. You get what I mean now? You can look at this industry and say you want 10,000 people employed. You want 100,000 people employed. How do you do that? By investing in those in those industries, right? Those sectors. They in turn, they will employ more people. The more people they give job to, the more you will make as government, because they'll pay them salaries. And as they are paying them salary, they pay taxes directly to you. So if you want to drag them into it, is that not what you should be thinking first? Should you start squeezing them first? Those ones who are still managing to pay, those ones who have little jobs, businesses who have little profit in that corrupt system, Nigeria. Those who are still managing to pay the taxes, right? You are making more laws because you want them to pay more. And everybody who can pay from anybody. How does that actually help? Because you need more money. Oh, we need more money. But they are not interested in putting any more money in their economy. They are not interested in putting more money in the hands of the right people. They are interested in borrowing money and put it in the hands of politicians. They will say they are building you road. They are building you this. Before you know it, they give you the receipts. They've stolen the money. then the real sector that actually should be coughing out this money every now and then for them through all this means, they are dying slowly. You remove subsidy in a country without electricity, when more than 60% of the whole economy depends on power, what do you call it, generators to generate electricity to run their businesses. So a smart businessman, a smart accountant, or smart politician combined will do what first? But that's not them. So now those businesses, they will struggle. They will begin to downsize, which means those of you who have jobs today, you may not have that jobs from next month. Those of you who have the jobs from now, by the end of this year, you become jobless. When your employer is struggling to keep the business flowing because of the cost of running it, and the government is not, these criminals are not slowing down. They want to squeeze whatever they can get from them. Do you see how that is now counterproductive? Whatever they are telling you, whatever lies they are telling you, and when you see what they are doing, and there is no way, it shows that they're actually doing anything differently from what they've always been doing. Who is going to be the victim? Who do you think is going to be the victim? The government will lose more money. Okay? Less people will pay. Less business will pay these taxes. Combine that with all the corruption of endless taxes and all of that, the money that doesn't even get to the government's hand, right? Compare all of that will increase, and tell me how this actually make any sense when Koolu said it.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country.
He said that, and so many people, deceitful people, they became the Anyo for Koolu, like say, no be English in talk. Reduce people's purchasing power. Get more people to pay more taxes. How does that even make any sense? But you are about to witness how it worked. Okay? They told you he did wonders in Lagos. Abi, no be so waiting to tell you that. He's about to do wonder in your lives in Nigeria. And as you know, from next month, your electricity tariff is going to go up by 40%. Import duty to Nigeria is going to go up by 40%. Anybody who is doing business that they are doing importation and all of that, you begin to factor 40% of what you are paying right now. Think about that. To what you'll be paying. Then we add 40% of what you are paying right now. To what you are paying also, And then you understand what this means, because at the end of the day, like somebody said here, that when they destroy Igbo businesses, okay, they have a way of counting their losses, because primarily they are businessmen. So any of their losses and all of that will be on every of their business that, it may be a slow process, but who will pay for it? When you burn their shops, when you chase them here and there, when you vilify them, they are businessmen. This is not even limited to the Igbos. Everyone who is into business, okay, if the government laws strangulate or try to strangulate your business, where do you share the relief? Where do you share that burden to relieve that burden? On your consumers, of course. Who are the consumers? The political vuvuzelas, Lagos Abobakus, Agbadomaiti, including those who are not even supporting them. They are the end users. And these same people are not investing in the local industry, like real investment in local industry to say, yes, we can suffer it for now. The government has given this industry 500 billion. That industry, 500 billion. The other industry, they've given them 1 trillion naira. That one, this government has invested over 5 trillion naira since they came in to rejig the economy. And they gave this investment, they gave them to the real sectors. And in another 6 months or 1 year, when all this will begin to pay off, more jobs, good paying jobs, improved economy, strong naira. They are not doing anything like that. They are talking to you that they are going to do. They are already, in fact, the whole world is happy with what they are doing, but you can't see it. You can't see, you see all their other actions. They are actions that are actually like, in opposite of what they are telling you. So it's not hard, is it? It shouldn't be that hard. But a lot of us believe that we can live that lie. But you can't lie to yourselves. Okay? So all these are going up. The end users are the real people, you and me, whose salaries have not been increased. There is no different value for your 30,000 naira salary. There is no different value for that your 100,000 naira salary. This is 100,000, 100,000, no. If your salary is 200,000 naira, it is 200,000, no. There is no different value for it. So it simply means if I go to the market with my 30,000 naira, they won't say because I be 30,000 naira salary earner, they have a different price for my rice, for my food, different price for my for gas, for fuel and the rest. No, I will buy in the same market that you earning 100,000, earning 200,000, earning 500,000, whatever you are earning. And you know that Nigerians are so poor right now that people, they gossip about their own poverty. You know that kind of thing? They will say, Omo, the poverty of those families, the kind of poverty where these ones get, Baba, my own see better. Then another one will come and say, Baba, your own is this, poverty is like something that is so visible. People feel it. You all see it. So they are directly at you. So you're going to have to buy from the same market. You're going to have to use the same hospital. Your doctors have families. Your children the teachers teaching your children, they also have families to feed. They have rents to pay. They have elderly people to care for too. They have dreams and aspirations too. So those of you who have not have all those improved whatever to cut down this effect of all of this on you, they say they make sacrifice. Continue making sacrifices. So why they continue to increase things that could actually make life a little bit less tough like this. So we expect the Tifnumbu, INEC, and the rest of them to start defending the 2023 charade. But there are some new developments, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? There are some new developments. Part of this new development is that it's not surprising, people like us, we know that it's just a matter of time before a lot of you will agree with us that Nigeria, as it is currently constituted, as it has been hijacked by the criminals disguising as leaders, you cannot save this Nigeria by following the rules set by these same rogues. You cannot beat them in their game. You know what they say about dumb Nigerians, foolish Nigerians, or foolish people rather, generally foolish people, stupid people. They said, don't try to battle with certified stupid people. Young, new, old, new. Don't try. Once you know this person is a fool, their line of thought and everything is completely like off point. Self-hating mofos. The ideal thing is to avoid them. Everything that will bring you together, trying to explain to them anything at all, you should avoid it. You know why? A fool is a fool, even at 40. You cannot change a fool. Now, only life experience changes fool, and not all the time, okay? If you try to change a fool, they will drag you. Their fool will drag you down to his level. After dragging you down to his level, it will now beat you with experience. You know, you are not a fool. So when you try to want to explain things to certified fools, old, young, it doesn't matter. When you cite them, ignore them. Life experience will teach them. But if you reject my advice, they will bring you to their level. Before you know it, when I don't inside gutter together, it will be minutes or hours later that you begin to regret. Why did I actually get involved in that with that person, man? He owed me. And there are many of you who have actually experienced that. Don't go down the same route with fools trying to change them. They will drag you down and beat you with experience because they have no shame. Right? So this all confused Liejiriya and the clarity that also comes with it, because people can choose to be ignorant, okay? You can choose to be like, pretend that you don't know anything, okay? It will be a choice in this day and time. We saw what happened before, during, and after their 2023 charade. I told you, every time they tell you to go through the normal route, if you are not happy with the way Nigeria is going, go through the normal route. Go through the normal channel. Go and join election. Go and register to vote. Go and campaign. Go and go through the right channel. Don't try to say revolution. No. It's not good. That's not the right channel. I said, when they tell you to go through the right channel, it is because they own the channel that they called right. They set the rules. And I did say that although I didn't have that kind of influence to discourage a lot of you to invest your time, energy, and the rest of that in it, because they will drag you to that level and they will beat you in it. This is their life. I mean, you actually made it more like life and death for them too. And they responded in the same manner. You thought you were following the right channel. Go and get your PVC. Mobilized, sensitized, enlighten people. Why it is so important. Young people, for the first time, they got involved in the politics of their country. They were having clearer, intelligent conversation around the political development in their country. They were so enthusiastic, and I was like, people like us were like the doomsday sayer. Maiyegun, I beg, don't discourage us. I'm not discouraging you. If there's anything you're going to gain from all of this, it is experience. That's all. I can write the script, and it will be exact way it is predicted. It's not hard. Of course, yeah. You will never know if you don't try. So people ended up having to follow the right channel. They registered to vote. They sponsored and followed the candidates. A candidate that left a major political party. 2 major political parties in Nigeria. Started afresh 10 months before their elections. Changed the political geography of Nigeria. Somebody who gave PDP, APC, the run for their money. All of this happened before our very eyes. We saw APC, we saw PDP scampered for safety. The result that came out of that, the one they managed to release, even showed that. So that's the only shock I got from that thing. I'm one of those who believe that they will never, ever make a mistake enough to let Peter Obi even win one single state. It's not going to happen. That was my own shocker from the whole experience. So the entire system got shocked. But again, they wrote the rule. They are the ones who wrote the rules. They are the ones who are going to mobilize to execute whatever nonsense they are doing. They are still in charge. So to beat them in their game, it simply means that the day will turn night. In fairness, the obedient were ready for the day to turn to night, or for night to turn to day. You're going to cheat us. Just like that, they became a force, a very, very formidable force. That it became, another surprise I got was that before obedience came, I actually thought all of us disliked APC and everything APC. That's what I thought. I mean, I thought all of us disliked APC. Afibati obedient, when obedient came, the battle was like, why are you not disliking obedience? Are you trying to talk? Are you trying to make them your friends? I was like, wait, APC, PDP, Revolution Now, and the rest of all these other names everywhere. It was like a gang of us. This cashivist, here and there. What did they happen? I thought all of us hated bad government. All of us believed that, what's it happen? People will never do you anything at all. You have to hold the right to hate them. That happened. That's another shocker. Where I get. That is why today, if me they do my thing, and somebody say, Maiyegun, I'm inviting you to come and feature. I'm not a feature in anything. No. My dear sister Amaka, I got your email. This is why I know the feature in anything, because I don't know anybody's agenda anymore. It be like, say, what you have in Nigeria, people react when they are not part of their sharing formula, they are not part of something. And if they feel like something is coming to disrupt the status quo, the same status quo that if ordinarily you would think, now all of us hate the system in Nigeria. Now when obedience came, now when I realized that, APC, PDP, the rest, they don't become friends on top the obedient. Now obedient can't become the most dangerous people, the most dangerous thing. People can't, they warn people and say, these people are going to become this and that. Oh, they are trying to do kilo day. So no, I know they feature in anything. Nobody should invite me to any platform. Sorry. If you come to MaiyegunsDiary Politico, what you are coming to do is you are coming to tell us your own views and different views on here. I know they go anywhere again. Okay? Because you don't know anybody's agenda. People where would they shout Biafra, Biafra this, Biafra that. You get one of them will come on to this MaiyegunsDiary Politico. This their Charade election. The guy finally was wearing Tifnumbu's cap, APC. The same APC that we saw massacre innocent people. 28 young people were killed the day they wanted to go and kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house. 28 young people who stood and said the military cannot gain access and take Nnamdi Kanu. We were shouting Biafra here. He came here. He was here. Go and check on some of my old videos. Something happened. The next thing I see on the way Tifnumbu's cap is now attacking his own fellow brothers. It's now like, I know the truth about us. I was like, so I beg. So it's not a slot to you, okay? Because this their 2023 charade, exactly the way I predicted it is what happened. I knew it. The people under on this platform, where we raised a lot of money. From this, a lot of money we raised, the people who became victims of this same APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria, Yoruba nation campaigners, when they killed 2 people inside the Igboho's house, they packed another 12. They took them to Abuja because they said they support and stand for what? The independent Yoruba nation. Under APC, Egbekegbe, this platform gave them over 20 million naira. Over 20 million naira. There's a particular set of them. They were given over 5 million naira because they wanted to bribe DSS from disturbing them for standing up and believing in Yoruba. They are part of the APC, Egbekegbe today. So Abi Gidaduro, Maiyegun General, the only family I seem to have right now outside this temple, they are the Yoruba Union members, the people that actually came together to make their own personal sacrifice, personal contribution into developing Yoruba land. I mean, they are not asking for anything. So back to their Charade election. They will play all of these. They will do this, they will do that. Eventually, at the end of the day, everything is going to end up back to square one, where you thought you were trying to run away from. And that's exactly what has happened. But it hasn't happened completely right now. Because for the first time, they have one strong candidate, Peter Obi, and then two other weak candidates, but enabled by their control over the rotten system, the right channel. Go and follow the right channel. If you want Nigeria, go and follow the right channel. So people decide to go and register to vote. Fast forward to February 25. The people that promised them, the same system that promised them that this particular election is international, is a technology, is a all this nonsense, they started changing the tone. You don't have any structure, you cannot win election in Nigeria. Obedient demystified that. I have never seen, if anybody ever kind of prophesied to me or kind of told me that a day will come that in that same Nigeria, the establishment, APC, PDP, military, police, royal fathers, royal mothers, militancy, kidnappers, bandits, Boko Haram, that a day will come that they will all be terrified that there is possibility for the old order, the known rogues, the status quo to lose power in Nigeria. And guess what? They couldn't let that happen. Nobody want Nigeria to get better. And their Charade election has shown that. You have seen where everybody belongs, Abi? Then they said, go to court. Now, you see in these courts now, there is a problem. Before now, it would have been PDP challenging the winner. And by, somehow they would have worked something out and say, for the sake of national unity. But there is one person, there is one person that has become a Okonlawon. This guy dealt with these two old men that they lost, they rigged everywhere. They couldn't rig a federal capital territory, Abuja. And they needed Abuja, but they were so destabilized. There are a lot of you don't even know how happy Tifnumbu is right now, that he seems to be getting away with it. It's unbelievable. It was almost done. But they went along with it anyway. Damn the consequence. But here is the problem. This particular guy, Obi, where they caught, what he is bringing and the evidence at play, Atiku this time around as well, the evidence at play, in this whole context right now, is a new experience for Nigeria judiciary to start with. They've never dealt with anything like this before. So, how would they go about it? Should be now technicality they normally use. Abi? It seems that technicality may kind of be hard to prove this time, considering the candidate, the person involved. Everything about Tifnumbu is fake, forged. Like documents from document to document. The real Tifnumbu that went to Chicago, now girl. The documents still show that it's the girl. The Tinubu, Bola Tinubu that went to Chicago was a girl. So everything about him is fake. And it's so fake that to find technicality in legitimizing him. It go take some tough mind though. But they did it anyway. They announced him winner. He got sworn in. He's parading himself as a president right now. What could be more daring? Just for the court to legitimize it for him. Now, to legitimize it now, they are even making it worse. Remember that they said they suspended the uploading of election results, for presidential results, deliberately, right? And they said, oh, they were hacked. In that their tribunal, it has been proved that INEC deliberately turned it off. Nobody hacked INEC. So in this last, the court said INEC should produce the result they announced. This person scored 8.5 million. That one scored this and that. Okay, bring the evidence of what you announced. From that evidence, 18,088 polling units. The result now blank. Or somebody will take selfie picture. No number. How did you then announce results when you have 18,000 polling units without any provable results? Now, INEC started deleting. Mahmoud Yakubu started deleting all the results. Now, they are doing some cook and then serve on that INEC server. So today, you know what I did? When somebody mentioned it, they said the issue of a 25% in Abuja, which INEC currently is battling to prove is so bad. Yeah? Just give me a second. INEC is battling to prove that they announced the winner unconstitutionally. Okay? So, you know what they have done? I'm going to bring that up for you. Okay? Give me a sec. They deactivated the IRF. You know what I mean? That of Abuja, they deactivated it. Now, after deactivating, they started the cooking. The original results from that Abuja, as announced by this same Mahmoud at the time, was this. Okay? So, which gave Koolu 20% or 18% in Abuja. Right? So they are already changing that now. When they reactivated the IRF for Abuja, you know what has changed? The result announced by INEC before, deleted, which is still being disputed, by the way. Okay? So, 20% APC, 16% PDP, 63% Labour Party. Now, with the new one they tried to put up, which is also different from the result printed for the courts, they have reduced Labour Party to 58%. They still couldn't add 25% for Koolu, but they are trying. Okay? They are trying to, by the time they will finally say this is the original result, it may come with Koolu with 25%. Okay? So, they have increased PDP number 2. They have increased it to 19%. Remember that the guy, Philip Aduda, that senator from Abuja, who got the shock of his life when an obedient senator also defeated him. And he did everything to see if they could change it in the last minute. It didn't work. He's in court to say INEC made mistake. So what INEC is now cooking now, in their defense, in order to say Tifnumbu won, is to come around and present this scanty info and tell the court they don't have the rest. Are you with me? The court, they are, no, we don't have the rest. We are sorry. And the judges will go and write their judgment. Another kind of day that is likely going to be a dark day again, especially for those of you who are religiously following this and praying, having realized the darkness that if Tinubu and his people represent, they may tell you it is too early. No, it is not. You will feel them. And you will feel them, you will speak out. Enough. That you are banking on the court. That the court, you are waiting for how the court is going to, after all this evidence, and they are still going to continue to legitimize Tifnumbu. Ladies and gentlemen, the dark day of March 1st, when Mahmoud Yakubu announced Koolu, despite the fact that he didn't meet the constitutional requirement to be announced winner, in an election that could have actually been, that could have gone into rerun until a clear winner is announced. That same dark day that got everybody, instead of celebrating and jubilating, the whole country got so, that's exactly what the appeal court is going to do. Okay. Do you know that I would be so much happy for you and for the rest of the real Nigerians who have seen Shegey enough, and the ones that their Shegey is currently taking his own tattoo number, being sent to which part of Nigeria is going to be, I would wish that the court will help you, act on the evidence for real, and indeed remove this criminal. But if you are, if you are expecting a criminal system to do the right thing in this regard, Baba, man, no lie you. I think I would love to have that same faith like you. I'm not questioning it. But at the same time, I'm telling you, the people you are dealing with, they don't reason that way. It is so bad and ridiculous that it will be so insulting that your anger will be felt by everybody around you. That is what Nigeria is. It breaks your heart enough that you can't even explain it. They themselves can't explain it. It is what it is. But it would have been the joy if the court says, well, with the evidence before us, this criminal, this drug lord, can no longer parade himself as the president of Nigeria, at least for a moment. Let's see something called national celebration. It will shock you that even the northern Nigeria, they told you, supported him, voted for him. The celebration will be more louder in northern Nigeria than it will be in southern Nigeria, honestly speaking. Because they don't want him. Yeah, they don't. But again, only time we what? We tell. So I'm not going to make you feel bad because it's not in my hand. It's not in your hands. It's no longer even in the hands of Peter Obi himself. It is now in the hands of what they are going to play out. I don't want to repeat how they did it in the past. But again, life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. So thank you so much, everybody who has been here so far, by the way. So if you are, you can still you can still like this broadcast, okay? That's something you can say. We have been on for 90 minutes. There's not been any single blink, and there's not been any single freeze. That is an achievement to those who have kept faith with MaiyegunsDiary, Politico, all this while. Let's take a break, okay? We will come back, we will continue from this in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
And the only way out for us is to continue to do that in the next 4 years. This particular aspirant, as you all know, you can go and check it, the records are there. This is somebody that has been arrested for spending fake American dollars in a nightclub in America. And he's been detained for months. And he knows that he has won mock shots for months before this whole thing was quenched. He's also known that he doesn't have the competence to do what he's being propelled to do. The records are there in Bagara General Hospital. This is somebody that has gone for rehabilitation before. We don't want to go too far, but we know. Are we not? Now the truth is,
So, ladies and gentlemen, just for confirmation purpose, I'm going to put on the screen now. If you have a time, you can go and check if you can access the 2023 election results that happened in Nigeria, if you can still access that on your own device. Now, you know something. If you go onto Google, one sec. Let me make this tiny adjustment, so to say. One sec. Right. So if you go on to, for example, Google, right, and say INEC, IREF, OTA. So this suggested there. So I've been there a few times. Okay. So if you go to INEC like this, and it goes onto their website. This is their website. If you want to check your status, if you can vote or not, that one is working. So you can check. Okay. But if you go back and you click on election results, oh, it's finally back. Oh, great. Then you go on to this. Oh, this is where we're still going. Oh, Abuja presidential election results. Great. So if you check out the top left, yeah, at the top left, you will see they say Nigeria has 176,846 polling units. Today is 27th of June, and that should be 5 months after they conducted the presidential election in Nigeria, okay? And to this day, they've only uploaded just about 75% of the results, but they've made the announcement, the winner. Now, if you now go on, where's that Abuja FCT? So this is after the whole, what have you, let me show you that again. Coming back to that too. This is after the changes that you later noticed here, right? And, oh, I'm thinking I could get you all of them up. Right. Now, take your time, just as simple as this. So take your time, okay, and begin to go over them. If you have that, I won't be able to show you all of that right now, okay, to make that comparison and all that in a way. Sorry, I still have that cover up. Let me take that cover off for you. But take your time. You see this row? Take your time. They put them back. Oh, for those of you who have been having issue with that FCT result and all that, right? They've managed to put them back on now. You can continue your inspection of it. But notice the manipulation before they shut it down earlier today was this that I shared with you earlier. So the result that showed that gave APC, about 18% of the votes is gradually changing, okay? They are doing the cooking, the plus or minus, the cooking they're serving right now in all of their IREF. Whichever one they are working on, they will shut it down. By the time you go back on and check, this is what they want to present as their defense somehow. And people said, well, it is now left for the respondents, that is Obi, Atiku, and the rest of, because the way it actually works is that, see, in the last few weeks that you have been reading the news about their tribunal, right? The people who have been presenting evidence, presenting witnesses, and doing all the cross-examination and the rest have been Obi's and Atiku. In these coming days, INEC is going to start asking the court to reject Obi's petition, Atiku's petition. Tifnumbu's lawyers are going to begin to ask the court to remove and reject all these petitions. Now, what they are planning to present are already being doctored. 5 months after presidential election, 25% of the votes results are still yet to be uploaded. Think about that. So yeah, the next part of this chat tonight is a question that I would rather let you call in and talk about it, okay? Yesterday, I did a program, and that program was about people who have weaponized religion, and they believe that when they kill people because of religion, they are defending the sanctity and the righteousness of that religion or something like that, or fighting for profit and all that, they kind of weaponized. So I was asking myself, sort of thinking, okay, and I have heard people ask the same question, okay, if a death sentence is punishment in Sharia northern Nigeria, okay, if death sentence is punishment for blasphemy, if I say something now that they believe that there is a blasphemy against the prophets or against the religion, so I could be killed. So if death sentence is that, if I say something like that, is I should be killed, what is the punishment for looting, corruption? So that's why I said that's going to be like a question that others should probably answer, right? What is the punishment in Sharia North? What is the punishment for looters? What is the punishment for, kidnappers? What is the punishment for those who loot the public resources that could provide education and other infrastructure for people that could improve their lives? There must be a punishment for that if blasphemy is death sentence. I'll leave that to them if they will call him from that Sharia North. But I am going to go make myself, or get myself another kind of juice, okay? Then I will take calls. Chimanu, thank you very much for your super chat, by the way. I appreciate that, okay? Thank you. So I'm going to leave the line open, but we'll take another break, okay? And then we'll have the conversation further. Thank you very much for your time so far. If you are leaving, please don't leave without dropping your offering, okay? Like the broadcast if you have to leave. But you can also be part of this by calling in. I also have a good news, by the way, which is not bad to share now. So I received the report that we have taken delivery of 10 wheelchairs that we intend to share to some of our physically challenged children in Yoruba land, okay? So we have taken delivery of them. We paid for them, Yoruba Union. That's what I'm telling you about Yoruba Union. Ours is to see what we can do to improve the lives of our people, improve their access to the right information, and possibly the empowerment they need to stand up all together, all of us, right? To take ourselves out of this doldrum called Liejiriya. So we know that what we do is not because we want any reward from it or any glorification from it. But we do this in order to encourage other people that, listen, there are ways that we can put resources together, not just change the orientation of people, but change their lives. And indeed, change the course of a destiny for all of us. It's possible. You can start small. We are that proof. So yeah, we paid. Let me see if I can show you that. 1.2 million naira of our money went into this. And I have been told that we have taken delivery of them. And I will also come back here to share with you the moment the beneficiaries have been contacted. So thank you to every one of you who has always been like supportive on this program, and all of MaiyegunsDiary's ideas and projects that support and impact on people's lives, most especially those who are in Nigeria. The same people we talk about all the time. We don't just talk about what is going on in Nigeria. We know those who are the victims, and indeed, we are doing our own little bit by bit, to see how we can change the narrative as well as the trajectory too. But we can't change anything if the people that are supposed to be the driver of this change are completely in the ass of their oppressor. So it's a long one, a long shot, right? Please join us, okay? I'm gonna go grab another another can. And when I get back, I'll take calls. Okay, don't go anywhere if you want to call in. If you want to listen to the conversation further, okay? I'll be back. There's somebody I want you to listen to. Isa Yuguda talking about subsidy in their own, political language. Something that you should listen to. A quick one.
Stating that anyone shouting for the retention of subsidy is connected with the scammers. Well, let's take a look.
I was privileged to serve as the chairman of the subcommittee 2008 and 2009 under the economic meltdown. I was one of the members, 3 of us governors and some other members with Mr. President as chairman. So I chaired the committee on subsidy. And everything about the subsidy regime and then the scam in the subsidy regime was discovered by my committee. And of course, since then, recommendations were made, which unfortunately were never implemented. And it's very sad. I'm sad to let Nigerians know that from what I saw, we came across situations where subsidy was claimed on pipelines that never existed. You just claim that I would have pumped X amount of, either finished products or crude, maybe from Kaduna, from Warri to Kaduna.
Who, by NNPC? Making this claim?
Of course, who else is doing it?
Oh dear.
Those that pump and those that are in the subsidy scam, they just fill papers, invoices, and they claim subsidy on it. In fact, there was an instance of a pipeline that was supposed to exist between Lagos and Warri. And tons of monies were collected on subsidy on a pipeline that never existed. This is Nigeria for you.
Well, all right. I mean, I got that.
For you. So as you're all praying that Tifnumbu's government will favor you and favor your family, as you are waiting for that favor, somebody else is also helping you to pray for more. And it is the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Liejiriya. Fola Shade.
Let's listen as she issue us a prayer point.
Ọlọ́run kó wá gbà fún wa tó jẹ́ kán ní ipa rere ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ipa rere yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì. Ipa rere ó ní Ànábì Ibrahim òun náà ní nílùú Mẹ́kà yìí tó jẹ́ pé ipa ojú ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ ò parẹ́ nílùú Mẹ́kà. Téèyàn bá dé Mẹ́kà tí ò bá tí ì lọ di màkámọ́ Ibrahim. Ibẹ̀ ni ìyá ìkọ́kọ́ dùn lọ lánàá bá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ tàwa fún kọ́lọ̀ ń bá wa ṣe wọ́n náà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ààyè náà wá wọ àtòrọ̀ ààyè nìkan jáde lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́jọ. Lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́jọ kó jáde láàyè. Nígbà tó bá tún wá jáde láàyè tán kó tún ṣe àlàáfíà ara mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ààrẹ tó ti sáàbù Nàìjíríà tó ti fi àdàgbà ètò rọ̀ tó fi lẹ́lòmíì lọ́wọ́ kó tún ṣàlàáfíà ara bẹ́ẹ̀ kí orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà má gbàgbé wọn láéláé sí rere because ọba tó bá jẹ kí ìlú tó ro ànígbàgbé ẹ̀ èyí tó jẹ kí ìlú kiri bákan náà ànígbàgbé ẹ̀ tó kọ́lọ̀ ń kó ṣe wọ́n ló nípa rere lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ pé ńgbà tó bá lọ tán a lọ má ṣe gbàgbé lọ́lọ́run á ṣe wọ́n lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Ọlọ́run kó jẹ́ kó ṣẹbẹ̀. Ọlá bisimilahi rahman rahim. Bàbá wa di Ọlọ́run má sọ di tàn rí dèrèdè má wà lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run má sọ di.
Let's listen as she
That is the first daughter of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Asking the Afar, they traveled to Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia is closer to God, according to them, right? So when they went there, they now go and pray for Nigeria there. So she's asking the Afar as prayer points what the Afar should tell Allah. That Tifnumbu, he has become president, so is alive, that he should do his 8 years, so, and should come out of there alive. and it should leave impact in the lives of Nigerians, like that prophet in Saudi Arabia, whose food is what they go there to go and see from all over the world, because that man left a footprint in Saudi Arabia. Tinubu will leave a footprint in Nigeria too. That's what they are praying for in Saudi. What would you say? Ami? Abi? Ami? Bokwari, see, Bokwari de naked. He wrap cloth all over his body to show they took him inside that Kaaba. They took Bokwari inside Kaaba. Places where ordinary people know they reach. Still, God rejected him. Abi, wait till you go talk. Allah upada reject here. Now Tifnumbu is back and they can begin to play that. You know, it's the same vibe. This one will just get more drama. You know, more drama. We be say you go be like, say, wait till they happen. I say, Nigeria. I don't pray for your Shegey to last 8 years. Amen. Thank you. I was going to take calls, but I think I'm going to just let us go to bed. Okay. It's, you know, I'm sorry that I kind of break my promise, but it's not a promise anyway. So if we don't, okay. Right. Let's see if I got that. I have a problem connecting my calls, and I don't know if it's going to be a long thing, but let's see how it works. Hello there. Hello there.
Yeah. G.O. of the House of Truth. T.O.T.
The Temple of Truth. You are blessed. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Maiyegun. Good to get you today. I used to be a very good listener because I don't want to disturb by calling. I don't want to forfeit every second of your analyzing. So, but there was something that when was that day you were talking something, and this thing related to something important. I started calling. And it has to do with this. It has to do with this Oloshi called table shaker. What is it called? What is that his name?
Table shaker.
That's what they call this man that is always.
Reno.
Yeah, Reno Mokri. Thank you. I don't say if I thought how you go.
Anything
so now,
last few days, but go on.
So now, what I want to, I'm sorry I'm not really going direct to what we are supposed to discuss today, but
you can
this is very important.
You know, as it be for here, when you get a chance of calling in, you don't really have to speak what I'm talking about. It may be something that you've always wanted to talk about. Now, go on, please.
Okay. Thank you. You always understand people's mind. So that is one thing about you. In short, my grandfather.
Please, go on, sir. Can you see?
I hear you. Oh, I can hear you fine. So now you are on Twitter. All of us are on Twitter. For Kayode, all these people that have name. What I want to ask is that is it that you are not interested in that guy or all this? Because that guy is really causing nuisance. And if you talk about racist. People that hate other tribes. Let me not just say Igbo. This Reno Mokri is number one. In fact, I will rate him number one before Kayode and the others. So, but you have not been talking anything about this guy. I keep asking myself, is it that you just ignore him or is not? Because this guy is really causing really nuisance in the tweet.
And I'm gonna ask you something, sir. All right.
Okay, sir.
Waiting be Reno. If all of us want to get serious with our lives for real, like who be Reno?
Anyway, you are giving me the answer. I thought so, but it's very good that I said about.
You won't even appreciate me if I write something on my program and say, I want to talk about Reno, you'll be like, come on, Maiyegun, you won't want to do that. Somebody like that just pop up in conversation, okay, is an irrelevant. They are like that. But let me tell you something. The currency that they spend is the attention that they get from people who always want to try to correct them or try to. Reno is somebody that you shouldn't, for any reason at all, take serious about anything. For if you know him very well, okay, yeah, his name is in this country. Sorry,
Maiyegun, I love you so much. You just gave me this answer you gave me now. Just made my day. You understand? And my night.
True.
You know, I keep asking myself. I keep asking myself.
Things, you know that, There are more important things that you should sit down there in one evening, right? That you should spend your time without wasting it than talking about people like Reno. Because you know people like Reno and all the people that you have kind of have in mind for food, Kayode and the rest, right? Yeah. We have a basket we put them in. We call them one single name. So when we want to talk about them, now that time like that should come to your mind, okay? Because I mean, imagine somebody will be seeing an old guy. Reno is older than me. The guy is like over 50. So you get But somebody will said on Twitter that he enjoyed more traffic from obedience on his YouTube here and there. That he made more money because he's abusing and attacking them. Because obedience will always come back, and you know what I mean. And I was like, you are causing serious damages. Something that is actually real, is physical. Lives are involved. You call that traffic. Yeah, I will never engage people like that. It's a waste of time.
Maiyegun, God go bless you. As I'm telling you that God may bless you already, but He go bless you more. Because I was thinking about this. And let me just say the truth. Like that. This same answer you said now is what I really thought. I said, maybe this guy is not relevant, he's not worth talking. But when I get, always when I'm in Twitter, I in fact, if it is possible, say, I will just meet this guy for road. I go just make sure I come out three or 4 things. You understand? And go to
enjoying it. Okay, he's enjoying it, and it is called social currency. See, people who suffer this. Let me tell you something. There are people who are like naturally. Okay, they want to make themselves the center of every news. For example, right? If I've been doing my program. I've never put myself in the middle of it. Like, oh, I was there. I saw Tinubu in London 2 days ago. I just didn't tell anybody. Like trying to make myself center of the news, okay? Oh, they called me to come and see Tinubu 2 days ago. I rejected the call. Like I come online and say, oh, they called me. You know, I'm not like that. People who put themselves like that, they always wanted to be the center. Something to just put them in the news, okay? And fair enough, there are some, all these media houses in Nigeria, they always invite him. That makes him feel like he's somebody. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, Baba, I spent 10 minutes talking about somebody who should not even be a body, right?
You don't know how happy. You don't know how happy. This thing you are talking now, it's in fact, it gave me more hope and more life. I'm so happy. And the way you answer the question, in fact, I wish and I know that God has been blessing you, and you will live long to see every Nigeria become if not Nigeria become a better place, Biafra, Oduduwa, and the other ethnicity become a reality. Because you have done so much. Thank you, Maiyegun. And have a blessed.
And you too.
Thank you too. And you too. My regards to your family.
And yours too. I mean, for you, right? There are those who shouldn't even be the center point. They may make some of these their usual statements and all that, okay? And they must be condemned when they make them, all right? But you shouldn't give them all the time because, I mean, I don't know how you see it, but for me, nah. Hello there.
Maiyegun.
Baba.
I didn't know.
Kabiyesi, how you doing?
I did, Baba. I did. I'm very happy to get through to you. As in,
you got through, Baba. How your side?
My name is Chukwuemeka from Montreal.
Oh, bless you, Chukwuemeka. How is Montreal today?
Yeah,
it's all right.
We the manage them, Baba. We the manage them. They okay.
We go survive. Keep pushing. Trust me. It's always worth it.
I've been now. Yes.
Bless you, Baba.
But honestly, I listened to your program yesterday.
Yes, sir.
It was really sober for me. I'm not gonna lie you. When I listened to the kind of things where you talk, especially as regards the blasphemy, how they do them. No, Nigeria is messed up.
Baba, that's
that's how I feel.
Now that's how I
feel. It's really, really a sad one. I must say, when you think how those guys they act.
How do we come back from this?
We're in deepness. Honestly, I just don't believe anymore. Man, don't take too much time. Now I'm a Catholic, right?
Yep.
And back in the day, get these prayers they will teach us: prayer for Nigeria in distress, prayer for Nigeria, bribery and corruption, blah blah. And I diligently prayed those prayers that year.
I did too.
I
did too. It's called national prayer. There's a particular time in Nigeria that they will have to kind of share this, especially in the beginning of the year. They take these prayers from one town to another. People share them and they do. I mean, I grew up in Ijebu. We did those prayers, praying for Nigeria. Prayer point, Orishirishi.
It's really unfortunate, I must say. Now, when we realize, the problem of Nigeria is not even spiritual. It's not spirit, nothing. Now, human beings, It's really unfortunate, Baba. Make I allow other people make their connect back. I'm really happy to finally get through to you, Baba. Thank you for taking the call.
Bless you, Baba. I appreciate this and the efforts, by the way. So thank you. That's Chuku from Montreal. Montreal is in Canada, by the way. I have another caller on the line. It seems the line is working fine. Like
Maiyegun Baba,
clear, isn't it? Hello there.
Maiyegun the general.
Balagba. How are you, sir?
Ogami, sir. What are you doing?
I'm here. I did here. Trying to
first time caller.
Yes, now.
Over 5 years. I try number.
I know. It's like all the
I just thought you can take and play.
Now it's a good one, Baba. Go on.
Olabode from Indiana.
Olabode Bodmas from Indiana. Baba?
Yeah, America.
Doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I just want to thank you for everything. And then one thing. This Atari thing. That one a big one, though.
It is so.
I believe the military will be running after him now.
The problem is
don't go wrong.
They touch him.
Another big one.
There's bad blood already. We can tell. Okay. Now the military that we know usually they will respond in a way that they will deal with him or can they do that when the man that he just met before he gave those statements, told him that don't worry, we're going to work together. He must have told Tinubu the same thing. Sure, that same thing he said publicly. He must have said it to Tinubu himself.
Tinubu.
So are we sure they can touch him? That's to start with.
Yes. You are right, Baba.
Another question, sir.
Before he granted.
Sorry, sir. Another question is that how many of Asaris are going to make same deal with Tinubu in the coming weeks or months as we move on? Go on, sir.
Exactly. That's the exact thing I'm thinking. Like, how many people will come out again? Like people like Koolu. All those talks, MC Olu, people like that. So, Baba, don't let me take too much of your time. Let me give other people to contribute. I'm so glad. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Finally, that's tomorrow.
I know. Well, I mean, thank you for not giving up because a lot of people have I can't. I mean, I know I will never get through, so I'll leave it. Thank you for not giving up, okay?
Thank you so much. Regards to the madam.
Yes, and yours too, sir. Thank you. I have another caller on the line. Sorry. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. How are you?
Yeah, this is Ganja calling from London.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one, no, Baba. How is London tonight?
Oh, thank God. One thing I want to say again is to thank you because you have a good heart.
Thank you.
With the problem Nigeria has been going through, and you still have that heart to be talking about Nigeria, it must be somebody special.
We've got families there, Ganja. You know, we've got families.
Yeah.
But
and again,
go on, Baba.
Yeah, and again, what let's say the Abobakos and the Agberos are going through, for me, I believe Koolu's policy is not tough enough.
Yeah.
Maybe when he is giving more, how will I put it, more tougher policies. Those people who have been stealing ballot box for him, I think they will begin to get wise, because I want it to be tougher. It's not tough enough. Yeah, it's not tough enough, so that the ballot box they stole for Koolu, maybe will begin to give them good results. You know, and anyway, I don't have much to say. Let me still thank you again for the good job you are doing. And God will bless you, sir.
Amen. And you too. Thank you very much for this, okay? Ganja from London. I'm getting new callers tonight. I mean...
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello. Yeah, good. Yeah, how's the family?
Thanks for asking.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Yeah, you know, you said something. Let me start from where your question.
Yes, ma'am.
That you said, what is the punishment for this? Those I mean, loot money, doing all these rubbish, putting people in trouble, and the kidnapping and the raping, hold and children. Now I want to this platform.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I believe there's still some of them on this platform.
Absolutely.
Right. I want to dare them to now call and answer that questions. Now they believe, oh, blasphemy. Well, once they say something about Muhammad, it's death sentence. Once they do this, it's death sentence. Right? Yeah, they've been doing it.
Yes.
But now you throw the question. Let them come up with the answer. Let them respond. If they're not really bastards, I'm sorry for using that word because it's like
you are forgiven. Go ahead, man.
If you're not really bastard, let them come up, try to call in and tell us the punishment for all these evil, cruel people.
Very cruel.
Right? And very, very cruel, because I can't just imagine. I'm a Muslim. I think you should recognize my voice now. I'm a Muslim. Yeah, but I've never, and I've read Quran, right? And I read English Quran twice from first
chapter
page to the last. Right? And I've never come across where they said, oh, even the time of prophet, those that were saying something bad about him, those that even stone him, those that even condemn him, those that did so many bad to him, and they now did anything to them, except that for even if the Omwe, they want to say, oh no, he always say, stop, you don't have to do anything for them. If you do things for them, who is going to accept your religion? And if they will not have any one of them that ask them anything contrary to what I said now, I dare them, if they're not bastard, if you call, They should call today here because all these things they are doing.
I was raised a Muslim too.
Yeah.
Okay? And there is this fairness.
Yeah.
You know, today a lot of people will say the type of Islam they taught us in southern Nigeria is different. But I mean, that was what makes it more interesting for a lot of us to even be part of it in the first place, our parents and all that. Okay. So Islam has something called fair hearing. Okay. If someone is accused of something, they have the right. All right? They have the right to be heard. They have the right to defend themselves. And the only people who have the right to met out punishment, they are those that are like legitimately assigned by the Sharia. But where is this mob coming from?
Exactly.
So
where is it coming
from?
They
can't defend themselves. You kill them. They can't defend themselves.
Yes.
That's it. You are right.
They can't. You know, it even says that if anything happens, you need witness. There are a lot of witnesses that you're going to provide even in the Sharia court before they can even give that judgment.
So they are
where did they get all these things?
Muhammad, but they are not able to destroy and kill those who kept the children out of school and unsafe. Those who took
I don't understand
away infrastructure and all that. I mean,
I don't understand.
I don't as well.
I don't understand. I don't understand them. But I dare them. I'm still saying it. I dare them to call. We are waiting for them. They should call in and tell us, and they just defend themselves. Thank you.
God bless you, man.
Thank you, Maiyegun. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
You too.
Yeah,
that's a very good one. Anyone who is watching from any part of the Sharia North can call in and tell us, enlighten us. We know they fight you. Come on, enlighten us about what Sharia says about looters. Okay, hello there.
Hello, hi, Maiyegun.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, this is.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. This is Bimbo calling from Texas.
Oh, bless you, ma'am. Lady Bimbo from Texas. Great. Everybody can hear you, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just surprised by, the Nigerians and their evaluation of this administration.
Sure.
Because they keep saying, oh, Tinubu hit the ground running. Running to where?
To where?
Running to where, actually? Because even the people that gave us the democracy, they have timelines for evaluating the administration.
Normally.
Right? Because here you could say, they say, oh, they are evaluating this government, the 400 days of the government. How do you tell that a government is doing well just by them rolling out policies? It is the outcome that will determine if those policies are working. And from the policies that they've released so far, we can tell that this is going to be very bad for the country.
A tough one.
Yeah. They're talking about removing subsidies. They are now the one that's coming back to say, oh, maybe we should have provided palliative before we roll it out. And so that tells you that's a bad policy that was not properly put together.
No.
Yeah. And then they're talking about student loans.
Another one.
And even from the condition of the student loan, you know that most people that need it, they're not going to get it.
No.
So which tells you that they don't want to give you any loan.
No.
They just want to make you feel like they're doing something.
Bless you, ma'am.
And it's just so, it's amazing how Nigerians just fall for this. They just fall. Like, they don't even question them. Because I'm looking at the terms of the conditions of that loan. Who is going to co-sign a loan for you? I mean, we call it co-sign here in America. That is guarantor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you are equally responsible for that loan.
Yes, you are.
If the principal party does not pay up, then you are responsible for paying for that loan as well.
Yes.
So who is going to co-sign for that? Who's going to guarantee that loan?
I mean, with a promise.
So they
somebody co-signed for you in the US, ma'am, right? The most cases that they would now have to make a deal with the debt company that they will pay part of it back. It depends on their information. If their information says they will, right? But in most cases, bad loans in America is sold by the banks, okay? And you, their host, they sold your debt to debt company. They will chase you. If you have $1, $2, you will pay that back. In Nigeria, they are putting them jail because the money is actually not going to go into the real hands. They're going to end up in the same US.
Exactly.
The money is not going to go into student.
And the thing is, how come they cannot give them the loan on self-recognition?
I mean,
because if you're putting
University of Lagos student, my student ID, every information is there. I'm studying. I'm there. Why do I?
You can give them exactly. If they really want to give you the loan, they should give it to them on self-recognition, because and the penalty of default is jail term, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure nobody wants to go to jail. Even if they take the loan and go to school and then they jackpot, they will still pay that loan from wherever they jackpot to.
God bless you, ma. You know, they are trying to build a system to say, oh, we can get a system that people as young people can get into the ladder of prosperity by one, having access to education, okay? So once you have access to education, you got that through loan, student loan, your details, everything is here in the system. If you are paying back, it will show. If you're not, it won't, and all that. But it was all put together in a way that you can tell there was no provision for any consideration that would say it is safe in this regard. You know that?
Yeah. They just want to give the people something to talk about.
Like,
They don't have the intention of giving you anything. What happened to scholarship? Giving them scholarships if you qualify. What could happen to grants? Those there's no provision for that.
No.
You know. And also this administration going and taking properties. You know, I want the Igbos to understand one thing.
Yep.
This is not about Igbophobia. It is about they are going out to get properties that they become choice properties.
Yes, so.
The Alaba market thing, you know, that strip of land has become very valuable.
Very valuable.
When Jakande gave them that land, there was it was bush. Even Lasso had not been built at that time, you know. But right now, the land along that axis, Lagos Badagry Expressway, they become choice land. So, and they're looking for, they've been eyeing that space. But the last election and the charade gave them the excuse they needed.
Now they need
because they know if they naturally go out and say we want to take over this place, Yorubas.
You know something, ma, right? From what you just said,
we've
already received a very kind of reliable information. Because, you know, most times they will say, na lie. They'll first deny. Later they will say, well, it's true. Okay, yeah, fine. We have already received information that some of these, like you mentioned, some of these choice locations where they will push it like it's Igbophobia, right? Meanwhile, it was practically a way of chasing them away. They say some of these places they will be sold to the Lebanese, Chinese, right? And they, in fact, they have already started their plan on what they want to do in those places. This year is to kind of ruffle the water that way and see how many of them they can chase away. Unfortunately, Nigerians.
And the thing they will do is they make sure that they break the cohesion among the people, which is why they are selling this Igbophobia. So everybody is, you know, we are fighting each other and we are headbutting and all those things. So that gives them time to carry out their own agenda. You know, the Nigerian politicians, they've now turned Nigerians into puppets, you know, and they are the puppeteers. So they use the string and just make you act the way they want you to act. they tell you what to say, and we continue fighting each other while they are, carrying out their agenda, because if you tell, when you put up that diagram that day,
yes, ma'am,
about the family tree,
the caricature of that, who to marry, who not to marry. Can you even believe that? How that?
And when I'm looking at that diagram,
yes, ma'am.
When I'm looking at that diagram, Maiyegun, what I see there, I said, this is Tinubu's family tree right there.
Right.
And the people are not even seeing that, because his son is married to an Igbo woman.
Yes.
They have babies together.
Yes.
So if one of those children now decides to marry from his mother's tribe, is that not the diagram of Tinubu's family tree right there?
I mean, pure and simple. But they don't think. You know something? They don't think.
Yeah.
But they don't even think.
But they're not seeing that energy
of what they are doing. Okay? The momentary, when they ride their base up, okay, that momentary satisfaction is what they want, but not they don't understand the long-term destruction this means. Like, you want to tear families apart because of your politics, and you are actually promoting that to the point of designing diagrams. How dark could can people's mind be for you?
But my own major concern is, why are people not seeing through this narrative? It's like you're looking at it. You are not even seeing the picture they're painting to you to say, okay, but this is what is happening in your family. So why are you making this general problem of the Yorubas? And then if we are saying that, they don't like Igbos. Okay, after INEC gave the mandate to Tinubu, who was the first person that Tinubu went to visit at home? Is that not that Igbo man?
Yeah, that guy.
The last man standing guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the only person that I know for now. I don't know if he did go visit other people, but that's the only person that I know.
At least.
That he went to go and visit after the election. Before the election, he went everywhere to see everybody, because he was looking for their vote and support and all that. But after the election, the first person this man went to see was an Igbo man. And you're telling me that they don't like the Igbo.
They are just deceiving. So we know that it's all deploy, Politico.
Yeah. So it is not, there's no fight between Igbos and this. We've been living together even before the colonizers came.
Yes. We've been trading.
So
we've been doing things.
Yeah, we've been together. We've been together. Yeah. Yeah. And about religion, that's the problem, of a black man. I don't know. We don't still understand that religion is politics. Politics is religion. They are just two sides of a coin.
I know.
Not
everyone knows that. Sister Bibo, thank you so much for this.
Thank you for what you do, Maiyegun.
Thank you, ma.
Yeah.
I'll take another one just before we call it a night, okay? I am, hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun. General.
How are you?
I'm fine. Maiyegun, you know that over 6 years now, I've been trying to see how I can get to you, reach you. It's all impossible. But today, this is just, 4:31 a.m. I just wake up and I see this in pop up. So I said, let me just try my best this time. Yeah.
See, I understand. You see, when you have a lot of people who are trying the same line at the same time, yeah?
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I just tried. This is my first time since 2015. Yeah, this is my first time I'm speaking, going live. Yes.
Your name,
you be my general. You are my general. I'm Emeka. Are you coming more great?
Bless you. Finally, you know what?
Finally.
I pray it's going to be regular from now on. Okay. I mean, I want to be able to call. You see all those sharks. They're always calling regular. Those people that we call the veterans. Any small thing, Prince Jejema. Any small thing, filter.
Yeah. I'm telling you honestly, they be shocked. That is what.
And you know what I mean?
I tell you honestly.
Sanction them. Honestly.
So I happen to tell you how regular I am. I happen to be the second person calling you from this side of the world.
Amazing.
Cambodia. I say Cambodia.
Wow.
I'm the second person.
And it's been
yes, I'm the second person now. Yes, I'm the second person now.
I'm glad to hear from you. Nice one, eh?
Yeah. Cambodia is cool. Cambodia is more better than let's say 150% time to compare to Nigeria. Maiyegun, would I just so the compliment take the whole thing. I'm telling you.
Spare you. You know what? Let's start on this clean slate. So now use your time. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
Free. Go on, Papa. Say your things.
Yeah. Okay. See, Maiyegun, I've been following you in all these political whatever. But I come to the days about this like the South and the North, their relationship. They are just like what animal would I just compare them with? Just like sheep with lion or sheep with tiger. I'm telling you honestly, we are the sheep. Why the Northerners are tiger? See, I'm not. Yes, they are. In fact, I will not call them a lion or tiger because these are they are honorable animal because they eat fresh things. I call them hyena. Yeah, hyena. They are hyena. They are hyena. I'm saying honestly, in fact, all my life I've been seeing it that once a Southerner wants to take Nigeria one step forward, a Northerner will take Nigeria 10 or 100
steps
backward.
No doubt.
I'm telling you honestly. I'm coming to think of it. I have
Some people may not want to agree with you. It's okay. You don't have to. But the record is there. Start listening and all of them. Northern Nigeria has produced Nigerian president for like 47 years to 50 years now, right? Southern Nigeria has produced at least 13 years. Okay, you put all of them on the scale. You are saying the truth. Facts don't lie.
I'm telling you honestly. I don't want to be insulting because there are some good Northerners there. But I'm more specifically on yes, I'm talking about their elite. They are the one, sowing all their northern masses, would I say, all together just with religion. They are sowing them all together in one mat just because of religion. I'm telling you honestly, that religion is what they use to bamboozle. Okay, look at when you want to check this. I'm telling you, Maiyegun. Sometimes when I talk about Nigeria like this, brother, I'm telling you honestly. In fact, anytime anything Nigeria just come up, I just need them. In fact, just like I don't know how I want to express it. It's unexplainable. You cannot be able to express it. The kind of halo that you feel inside when you think about your country that you know maybe
somebody told me, right? Somebody said sometimes when he's reading Nigerian news, Ingo they think say it's either he is mad or people within Nigeria they be mad people. Something is wrong, something is not right. Because
something
is reading it that you can see things are very tough and why. Okay. Then on the other hand, you go see newspaper that will say, Tinubu praised for the improved lives of Nigerians in the last 3 weeks. And you are reading the headline and you are looking at the reality And you're like, is it you that is mad? We don't understand what they go on. Abi, these people are mad. When we say then they different world, that's what Nigeria feels to him. And he said it's so depressing. He actually wears him out. That he gets so tired. That he fights to stop thinking about Nigeria or reading about Nigeria. I was like, but does Nigeria stop calling you? He said, no, Nigeria never stop calling him. I said, they will never stop until when Nigeria is no more. Trust me. Emeka? Right. I'm gonna. Okay, so we have a closure here. I think there is somebody else who has the line. Hello there.
Hello, the general.
Elder Akiola.
Hello. Nice to hear from you today again.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And I can count myself lucky for getting through to you again tonight.
It's amazing.
My point,
sir. Please go on.
My point is just going to be straight. In essence, I was attending a call about 2 days ago. There were different groups. People believe Yoruba betrayed them. People believe Igbo are not good. People, in fact, Queen actually condemned the British on that day. But my point is that the problem that most of us make is that we believe there's one side to a story, in essence. If I start between the relationship between Igbo and Yorubas as an example, for people believe in the history, there was a time that Zeke was not ready to work with Awolowo. But people also forget, people cling on that, also forget that in 1979 election, Zeke was already endorsed Awolowo. So this is why they will not allow the second round of election to happen, where they have to claim that 12/19 is 2/3 majority. So in politics, there is no friends, no enemy. The interest is always the same. The interest is always the same. So don't continue to make Igbo your enemy because Zeke did not work with Awolowo in 1 year. But he worked with Awolowo in the other year again. So it is part of politics, in essence. How that I'm here, whenever I go to any occasion, when people hear me speak Yoruba, they will think, oh, you're a Yoruba person. They always think I'm an Igbo person, in essence.
So the issue it wasn't in Lagos. So because people that look like you in Lagos, right? They said they didn't look Yoruba enough. We know what happened to them. That's how bad this politics has kind of damaged us. Like imagine somebody attacking me and say because I didn't look Yoruba enough. Like what the hell? What's going on?
The reality is that the type of division that we love to gloat about are not really the division that we should be putting out there.
No.
It's between the elite and the poor people of Nigeria, between the ruler and the people that are flogging our people every day.
The ruiners. We call them the ruiners.
The ruiners, the destroyer of our Commonwealth, the people stealing from us. And these people, they don't have tribal mark difference. No. They are from Yoruba, they are from Igbo, they are from the north.
No. Yeah.
And the people that are suffering, they also are similar. They are all from all parts of the country, in essence. Now, to understand the kind of problem we find ourselves in, we have to be able to think deeper about any religion or region sentiment.
For me, even beg those who are educated to please make it easier without being bigots. Make it easier. Because if those who are not educated are acting this way, there are so many of us that this religious fanaticism, this division, this ethnic stuff, right? They actually take it to their head, and they are educated. And you begin to wonder, if you can't deal with these people who are educated, who are this damned and condemned, right? How are you going to handle those who are not educated with this same mindset? I don't know where we're going to start. It is a menace.
You're right. The other day when Tinubu brought out this security chief and people that occupy security portfolio, there was only one from Southeast, and I condemn that. It's not respecting the federal character like Boo Boo. I know. Buhari, but Buhari.
That one did it now, and he got away with it anyway. But where is Nigeria? Where Buhari did it? No, that's what I told you. I said, you see, anybody can do whatever they say they can do, okay? But if you think that's how it is done and it is run, right? Where is Nigeria, where Buhari did all he could? I mean, all he wanted, he did. He did what he wanted. But he left Nigeria divided and poorer and unsafe. Don't be so.
But one thing happened in the last few days.
Yes, sir.
They announced the aim of people for airport in Nigeria, and Awolowo was put in Port Harcourt.
They gave him Port Harcourt. Yeah. Port Harcourt
and some of
for Awolowo.
Some of my friends, Igbo friends, condemn it. I said, look, Ahmadu Bello is giving airports, Azikwe has been given airports. Only when you look at the national leader or people starting, it's only Awolowo that has been left out.
No.
If they give him, I don't think there are many things to criticize the government about what they are doing wrong. I think that is not one of those.
Airports. Okay, fair enough.
I said, for me, I'm from Akure. If they are ready to elevate Akure Airport to international standard and call it good Lord Jonathan, I will celebrate it. Put the facility and the infrastructure there in as much I can use it and fly to wherever I need to. I will celebrate it. So, and for me, that's the way I look at it. So, at times, I see some part of the group of our people over criticize government, because when you overdo that at times, the time your criticism is meaningful, people will just say you are the same. It wouldn't matter at that time. So there are things they should focus on Tinubu right now. The way the opposition, you see a lot of Labour members already to cross carpet to APC.
They are waiting for the time to move,
and that's the irony of the whole thing. And this is why it looks like
you know that they always have this majority leader, minority leader. So opposition here, this and that. Right now, Tinubu no go get opposition inside that assembly except the obedient turn up to save the day. There will be no opposition. There will be no
that's the problem
in that house.
Look at the speaker, how he was elected. In America, you will find out that no matter the majority party, the minority party will feed a candidate to tell you, even if it is to symbolize that we are going to hold this government to account. Most Labour members, and members were all voting for APC member to become speaker. How is that supposed to be and this is why the obedient don't like me at times, because I always tell them the truth. Look, this fight, I like the fact that they are fighting, and I appreciate that. Leave the establishment aside. We the poor people of Nigeria are the ones that are going to set ourselves free. We all need to cooperate and work together. Forget about Igbo, Yoruba. They want to divide you so that you don't have a very strong voice. It's not the case. The battle line is not drawn from the tribal point. It's drawn from the point of the people that are dealing with us. The people who are destroying our commonwealth, stealing from our people. This is the set of group of people. They share the money across all the tribal divide. They don't care.
They don't.
And this is what we need to differentiate so that people understand that if Yoruba is not your problem, if Igbo people is not your problem, even the North, even suffer more in the northern part of Nigeria than most of the southern part of the people in Nigeria. So for me, of course, I've always also mentioned on this platform, I prefer, if we cannot work that, let everybody go their own way, in essence. There's no need to force us to be a giant of Africa, giant of nothing, giant of suffering, giant for suffering, giant for minority. As we speak tonight, 3 million Nigerian children will sleep with empty stomach across the face of Nigeria. And I saw how they were welcoming Tinubu in Lagos today, wasting our money on ceremony as if Tinubu is the president of North Korea or China.
Visiting Nigeria.
What kind of life is that? And we have kids that cannot be fed tonight who are going to sleep with empty stomach. And this is what people need to rise up against and make their voice heard. That's my point tonight, General.
I mean, you have done well, sir. You've delivered. Let's hear from another person too, all right? And as usual, you're likely going to hear from the regular base to what you have said. But you've not actually like hit anybody wrongly tonight. So thank you, sir. Okay? I am going to take one more call. And that's going to be my own last call tonight. Prince Jejeman. Is that Prince Jejeman?
Yes, sir. Maiyegun General.
Prince Jejeman.
Baba,
how are you, sir?
At the head with my 2 hands and 2 legs up.
Baba, I did return the gesture from here, but the camera don't go cover and well. But my mind they hear you. I be Prince Jejeman.
Where the Baba? Our family now.
Baba, we did the push up more. Thank God.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you, Baba.
Baba, why I'm calling tonight is to add more voice to what happened recently. You know, the trader that was labeled blasphemy and was stoned to death. We didn't know who that trader is. You didn't tell us, okay? Because the person is not is a human being, okay, that have a right to life. We need to know who that person it is. Is it one of the Biafran or the Oduduwa or the let's know who the mother there. If it's from the north, let's know who. Because Deborah Samuel also, they gave us the name. You know, at least we know the person. We know how to talk about it and how to let the world know who they killed there.
Yeah, we should the victim has a name. We should mention his name and all that, right?
Yeah. Because why I'm reminding us this is Nigeria, when someone dies, they don't mention the person's name. They just see it as you used to say, statistics. You know, they just, they don't value any person as a citizen. Okay. That is one.
I'll pick up that his name and his image, okay? And I'll share that just before you finish your conversation. But you continue, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. Secondly, I want to thank that Muslim sister that called tonight. You know, that added her voice positively to what is happening. You know, why I'm commending her is this, because if most Muslims are doing the way she's doing, I believe that will go a long way in sensitizing the Muslim community, especially those that they are using, because this northern elite, they know the good from the bad. No, but they deliberately make all those children illiterate so that they can use them to do whatever evil they want to do. All right? To make matter complicating, when Deborah Samuel was killed, the elite, even those who call themselves that knows what they ought to be done, they have about 30-something lawyers that came out that they brought to come and defend the people that commit the terrorists that killed that innocent girl. Now, what I'm trying to tell them, the Muslim brothers and sisters, that they believe that what these people are doing, it is terrorism. It's an act of terrorism. They are not doing that for the Islam faith. Other are they doing it for? That is an act of terrorism.
It's like you cannot just wake up. Religion perpetrated terror, and then you say, well, whatever I did or whatever I do is justified because my religion says I can do it. Come on, you are a criminal, and it should be treated as such.
Exactly, and they are being backed up. All the governors in the northern Nigeria are not helping matter. Yeah, for goodness sake, this is a secular state.
So his name is Usman Buddha.
Usman Buddha.
His name is Usman Buddha, and that's the the picture of him I could get.
Okay.
The one that seems to be the, you know what I mean? The other one is when he got lynched, stoned, and all that. But yeah, you're right. We should mention the name of the victims and not be like that of Nigeria, whereby you know we don't mention them because they are what? They don't have the second name like others. So you're right. His name is Usman.
Yes.
Buddha. The Shokoto butcher. He's a butcher. Somebody will help them butcher.
He's a butcher.
Okay. So they killed him.
Okay.
Because they said he insulted Prophet Muhammad. No evidence.
Lovely.
No nothing.
Thank you for
people.
Thank you for bringing up his name. May he so rest in peace. I believe he must be a Muslim. Okay? But whether Muslim or Christian, he has right to life. Nobody has right to take his life that way. I want to remind the Muslim communities in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu protested on their behalf when the terrorism that was going on by Boko Haram has not petered into the south, because during Buhari regime they sent they brought their terrorism through herdsmen. Okay, they flooded into the south, and even America Intel gave it to Nigeria before that started happening. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu protested on their behalf on the London street. He used to show us that video always. You understand? He protested for the people in the Northeast when he was telling them that this terrorism will not lead them anywhere. That only what it will achieve is the breakup of Nigeria.
Yes.
That's what he told them. You know, this Nnamdi Kanu is not a Muslim. He is a Christian. So, but he protested on the behalf of the Muslim being killed in the Northeast. I'm saying this so that the Muslim brothers who are in the North, East, West, North, and South, when they should wake up and protest when this kind of things are happening, and start to teach those children and let them know that they don't have no right to kill anybody. And the federal government of Nigeria, if there's any government there, should stand up and do the right thing. Nobody has right to kill anybody in Nigeria, whether Muslim or Christian. So that's what I want to add to it tonight.
Thank you so much, and I hope, we hope they heard you, okay? Since 2016, the killing of Nigerians for blasphemy seems to have been every year thing, okay? In 2016, Bridget Agbahime was killed for blasphemy in that same northern Nigeria. Sometimes in 2021, all right? Tale Mairua was also killed because they said he sort of desecrated the Quran, burned to death. Hamad Usman, that was last year in June, okay? Just before they killed Deborah. Just after they killed, what do you call it? Deborah Yakubu, which was in May 2022 as well. And today, yesterday, we got the news of who got stoned to death in Sokoto 2 days ago, the 25th of June. So yeah,
that's terrible.
Prince Jejeman, the question should be, if they could kill people for blasphemy, what are they going to do to looters? Or what are they supposed to do to looters? We may never get a
governors who are stealing billions.
No, we will never get an answer. But again, thank you, Prince. Okay, enjoy.
Let them free Nnamdi Kanu for us. So let them free Nnamdi Kanu for us, please.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, my good general.
And you too. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains, okay? But I have to say a very good, or should I say, send out a very big shout out to all of you, the members of the Temple of Truth who have always been around, okay? But there's this this other big shout out that goes straight to the Yoruba Unionists. All of you Yoruba Union members, yes, we are going to get our activities back on in a way that we can, you know what I mean? So thank you so much. We are about to touch the lives of some people in a very, very, very unique and positive way. And it's all because of you. So I will show you more of that in the coming days, okay? So thank you so much for your time. Thanks for all the support, the share, the likes, all that banter and the calls. I'm going to see you some other time, okay? But until then, please don't leave without dropping your offering, just like the broadcast. If you have done it already, don't do it again, okay? Subscribe to my channel. I will see you some other time. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.